All right, Samori Benjamin here with a very special guest, 1979 Michigan State champion Greg Kelser, also the Detroit Pistons current broadcaster. And I want to say this also, in that 1979 championship game, he had 19 points and also a team high 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks.
Wow.
So yes,
good.
Yeah, so great to see you again. And the Detroit Pistons are here against the Knicks. First thing, last year, I remember back to when you all came here and there was a very ugly loss at the end and the refs kind of robbed the Pistons of the game.
I remember it well too.
Yeah, and Monty was upset after the game, and so I looked at where the Pistons were then to where you guys came this year. Very impressive. So what was the biggest key to the whole turnaround?
Well, you've got young players that are a year older, a year more mature, a year more seasoned, like Cade Cunningham and Duran and Stewart, Sar Thompson, all better. And then adding quality veterans like Tobias and Hardaway and Beasley and now Schroeder and the coaching staff. All these things have come together perfectly, brilliantly to bring the Pistons to where they are now. They're a resilient bunch. They've had adversity all year. They've been able to face it and overcome it. And this will be perhaps the biggest challenge right now, trying to go tonight without Isaiah Stewart. He's very important to what we do. And not having his physicality, his rim protection, we're going to have to figure out ways to find it elsewhere.
Yeah, wow, the Pistons definitely will miss some physicality without him tonight. And, the head coach, Bernie Bickerstaff Jr., he, last year, Monty Williams, it was a big hiring. He was only here 1 year. Then Bernie came and really the team has changed around so much. What do you think is the one thing about him that has been able to make a big difference?
Well, first of all, he's been sort of down this road before, picking a team up that was rebuilding, getting them to a point of competitiveness, and then into the playoffs. We saw him do that at Cleveland, and now he's doing it here. He's a very good coach. His communication, I love it. There are no gray areas. He says what he wants. It's understood. And his players, they like playing for him. They work very hard for him. So, again, he and his staff are certainly to be commended. The way that they've been able to hold players accountable, but also leading by example and holding themselves accountable for what's happening.
And how about Cade Cunningham? He was a number 1 overall pick just 3 or 4 years ago. Took him a while, but this year he's been healthy. And how has he been for this team?
Well, Cade has been coming along and coming on for some time. This is just part of the path he's been on. Last year, especially late in the year, Cade was unstoppable, but the Pistons weren't winning, so nobody really noticed. In this league and in any league, you got to win to really get the respect. Now that the Pistons are winning, he becomes an all-star. He's unstoppable, but he was unstoppable last year as well. But he's better in terms of how he reads the game now, how he sees it, and how he adjusts on the fly. All those things come with experience.
One thing I'm really a fan of, twin athletes. So Sar Thompson, I like his game, and his brother, Houston, doing a great job. What has Sar Thompson? Where is he in his development?
Well, he's finding his role, and his role is that of a defensive first guy, defensive stopper type guy, can guard a lot of different positions, maybe all 5 positions on the floor, which is a huge asset for him and for the team. And the scoring that he provides is really a bonus. And he's capable of giving you 10 points, 12 points. So we're really happy about him and where he's come and how he's developing and how he accepts the challenge of being the guy they call on to guard the best player on the other team on a nightly basis.
How is the city of Detroit, how do they feel about the Pistons' sudden turnaround this year?
We're very happy in Detroit, not only the Pistons, but the Lions and the Tigers and hopefully the Red Wings again. But the Pistons, got to be excited about them because they've been down for a while. The rebuilding process has been ongoing. And now you can see the benefit of all that hard work and all that preaching and believing and staying with the process. Their appearance in the playoffs here in New York City is evident that they're doing it right.
So now after they lost an 8-point lead going into the fourth quarter, what do they have to do to win the series now?
Well, I won't call it not a must game, but it would be nice to win this game and go back to Detroit with the series squared, especially after it felt like you were, close to doing that in game one. You really like the opportunity to be up 8 again after 3 and see how you handle it.
Okay, 2 more for you. You told me when I met you last time that you spent some time before broadcasting HBCU games, and I went to Norfolk State, and I'm not sure if you saw, but we got Michael Vick as our head coach and all that, but football coach. So, but what do you remember about your days as broadcasting HBCU games?
Well, I enjoyed it so much because it was, it was part of my trail as far as becoming a broadcaster, or really, I hope, a good broadcaster. Gaining that experience in the HBCU circuit and meeting some of the people that I met. I met some of the giants of the game early in my career, and I grew an appreciation for their contributions to the game, to sports. Because I met more than just basketball people. I met, the great legendary Eddie Robinson. Had dinner with him. And you learn from these people, you feel honored to be in their presence. And I got that opportunity when I was working the HBCU games for Black Entertainment Television.
Yes. Last one for you. As I mentioned, your great game in the championship game, 1979, playing alongside Magic Johnson. You are with the first Michigan State basketball team to win a national championship. Only been 2. So how does it feel to be the first team in school history to win a championship and that 19-point, 8 rebound, 9 assist performance?
Well, it feels good to be the first.
Yes.
That can never be challenged, but I'm looking forward to the day when we can add a third.
Yeah.
We've been good enough to have more than 2. Still fortunate though to have 2. Not a lot of universities can boast that, but we've been good enough to have more than 2, and I hope it happens really soon.
Do you ever keep in touch? Do you keep in touch with any of those guys?
Absolutely. Michigan State's my home forever. I'm on campus a lot. I'm very close with the team, very close with Tom Izzo, forever.
All right, folks. 1979 champion, current Piston broadcaster, Greg Kelser. Thank you so much.
All right.